All right, all right. Good morning, good morning. How
Everybody.
everyone doing today? Phil, how you doing, man?
I'm wonderful. I feel 5 pounds lighter from the haircut, which is wonderful. My audio is working this morning.
I
Beautiful this
know.
morning.
You know what? I'm just like, I can really hear Phil, and Phil sounds wonderful this morning.
I like I was mentioning, I do have a professional microphone, a recording microphone, which I had packed up and I finally got it out. And for some reason, the last couple of mornings, just problem after problem. But no, we've got it working this morning. It's wonderful. It's off to a good start.
Right on. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Let me see here. Let me get myself organized. I had everything rocking and rolling. All right, guys, let's hear your wins and your good mornings. Like to hear your shout outs and good mornings. Love that stuff. So feed us. Let's see you on the chat. Just make sure that you click on the link above so that you allow StreamYard to use your profile so that we know who we're talking to. Aside from that, let's hear your wins. Let's hear your good mornings. And I want to give a very, very, very warm, special welcome to all the new registrants. We had a whole bunch of new registrants come on board over the last couple of days as we are ramping up and getting ready to rock and roll for day one of the challenge. So welcome. This is going to be a hell of a party. It's going to be a lot of fun. You will make some changes in your business, and you will start moving that needle and start seeing some results with the daily activity that we're going to be doing. So it's going to be super cool. I just wanted to give you guys a reminder that the 20 plus new workshops that we have available, including the keynote speaker, Brent Gove, 17,000 realtor team leader, Brent Gove. This guy, he is an animal. He drops like 4 massive nuggets that you can actually implement in your business today to see results. 4 to see results today. I mean, impactful, effective, results-oriented stuff that you could do right this second. We're going to be blasting that out, Phil. I think we're going to be blasting it out on day one, aren't we?
Of course. Yeah, it's one of our first things we're sending out. So I'm looking
That's
forward to it.
right. We got to set things up for success. So we're going to do that on Monday. Monday is Brent Gove. And guys, you're not going to want to miss this, but you have to upgrade to be able to access all of the workshops and Brent Gove's massive keynote interview with me. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So I just wanted to give you guys a little reminder. Just go to megamomentumchallenge.com/upgrade, and then you can get access. We'll make sure that you can get into all of that juiciness. All right. So how's everybody doing today?
It looks like everyone's doing good. I just want to put the link on so if people don't see the StreamYard link in the description above, that's the link you click to access Facebook to StreamYard so we can see your name and picture. But yeah, we've got some comments coming in.
Right on, right.
Chip, good morning from Toronto. Kim is having problems hearing me. No.
I actually had to turn up my audio a little bit to hear you, so I don't know if you can crank it or not.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Or I'll just talk louder. Michelle, good morning from Philadelphia. Wayne, good morning. That theme song is in my head.
Right? Good thing it's a decent theme song. It's awesome.
Word of mouth works, and Chip can't hear me either, so I'm going to go and turn up my mic volume.
So yeah, Phil's going to play with his tech. In the meantime, I'm going to fill space, which it's kind of what I do. So all right, Linda. Let's see. Can I do the? No, you're the producer, so I can't do any of that. So you got to do that. All the welcomes. Hey, y'all from Houston, Texas. Right on. It's interesting. Kim, welcome aboard. I actually just posted this morning. Kim just joined my organization, and we're partnering up. And one of my specialties is running teams and teaching people how to build virtual teams. That's what I do. And David Wally, from Georgia, he's joined so that he can learn how to build out a virtual team. Kim has just been official, and I just posted this morning. So welcome, Kim. And we're doing that. But it's interesting because Kim, I actually had another realtor from Texas just call me out of the blue and say, you know what, I like your message and I really want to build a team. Can I join you? And I'm like, sure, no problem. Let's get you hooked up with Kim because she's actually in the same area and she wants to build a team too. So might be able to tag team a little bit of the team building structures that we teach and train. So I just wanted to mention that. So that was one of my wins. I had a win. I had a walk in, and it's so fun to be able to, to be able to engage with people and give back and things like that. And then I have somebody just kind of walk in the door and say, hey, I'd like to partner with you. I'm like, sure, that sounds really good to me. Let's do that.
You have an anonymous Facebook user saying morning from Little Rock, Arkansas. Cheryl, good morning from San Antonio, Texas. And
right on, right on.
Good morning.
Morning, sir. Right on, right on. Very cool. Yeah, can you work on that audio? Because it's like you're crisp and clear, but it's hard to hear you, right? All right. Excuse me. Excuse me. All right. So let's see. What did I wanted to talk about today? You know what? I wanted to talk to you guys today about setting yourself up for success for the challenge. But this is actually something that you can. It's something that you need to be able to do to consciously guard your time. Time is a commodity. It's the most valuable commodity that we have. And we actually talked about this yesterday with somebody that had a major challenge of having an incredibly full schedule already and finding it difficult to dedicate enough time to the real estate business, right? So during this 30-day challenge, you're going to be able to exercise some skill sets and build some new skills to be able to guard your time and to avoid time stealers. So we're going to talk about that a little bit today. But before we do, guys, there's a bunch of you on the call right now. I want to hear your wins, right? Let's manifest more of the awesome sauce that we want to see in our lives every single day. Right? Let's share our wins, because the more that we do that, it's got the compound effect, guys. It's like an echo chamber. The more you hear other people win, the more you see their wins, man, the more it just makes you want to go out there and achieve some wins for yourself.
Okay, how's my volume now?
Oh, ton better, dude. Ton better.
Yeah.
All right, how you doing? Is Phil okay? Can you hear Phil?
Everyone wants to hear Phil. But we got some wins coming in. Chip, he had a win. He had a walk-in, want to join my organization yesterday too. Nice.
Good job, Chip.
And Kim, win finished a logo for her new branding.
Yeah, it just so happens to be black and gold and red. Geez, somebody's favorite colors as far as their brands. It's a good fit. It looks good. It's really cool.
And hopefully my sound is now perfect. Yes, better now. Wonderful. Cool.
Good. Right on. Well, I guess there's a win for Phil. Keep on beating your head against your back until it succumbs to your will.
Yeah, one day it'll work perfectly from the beginning.
There you go. That's all right. Simple as best. Anyways, time stealers and support structures. That's what we're going to talk about today. This is it's pretty important, right? So at the end of the day, every single one of us have, all kinds of different things in our life. Life happens, right? And if you're lucky, you've got an ample amount of free time to be able to dedicate to your business without a ton of distractions. Some of you don't have that luxury, and it is a luxury. Time is a luxury, right? So, for example, I'm a pretty free individual. I'm down in Mexico having a great time. I get to control my schedule. My kids are grown. Well, my son is grown, not kids, but my son's grown, and I don't have those obligations anymore that are taking a lot of my time away, right? And a lot of people don't have that kind of a luxury. But I get to spend my time strategically on where and how I want to be able to enjoy my life and build my business. But I know that the exact opposite is true of a lot of people. And I'm not saying that to brag. And I know some of you are like, that'd be nice. But I worked really hard to be able to architect that kind of a schedule into my life. And there's a number of different things that I did to be able to do that. And I'll share some of that with you today. We did a little bit yesterday as well when we were dealing with that one challenge. But at the end of the day, time stealers and support structures, those are really, really important. There's a third element. So time stealers, support structures, and leverage. Leverage is the third element to being able to guard your time. and planning it all out and building a business plan around your calendar. That's all a very strategic skill set that you need to develop. And if you don't have it right now, you're going to develop over 30 days. You're going to break some patterns and you're going to build some skill sets over the next 30 days, hopefully build some habits so that you can carry that skill set forward and have a lot more control over your calendar and your schedule. Because we talked about it yesterday. You need 40 hours a week, 40 hours of dedicated, focused work in real estate, especially if you're starting off at zero right now or very little or no momentum, right? If you don't have buyers right now and if you don't have listings right now, you're starting off at zero, okay? That just means that you need to hustle and you need to put in 40 hours of work every single week in order for you to build up that momentum that you need in your business to get the output you're looking for, right? But at the end of the day, life happens, right? The emergency happens, or like somebody gets laid off, or in the family, and then you have more responsibilities, or maybe you're a military spouse and you're already buried under a schedule and it's hard to escape from, right? There's all kinds of different things. Maybe you're like David Wally, who just had brand new twins, right? That's a lot of family obligation out of the gate. That is, and Phil, and speaking of twins, Phil's literally sitting there right now as girls are singing in the background, right? So that is life, right? That's life. Life happens, right? And life is your biggest time stealer. And these are things that are really important. That you have obligations. You got to meet. You got to deal with all this stuff, right? But it's also the thing that can take away from your real estate business. So, time stealers versus support structure, okay? And there's a reason why we did this challenge over 30 days, because it actually takes 30 days to reset your patterns, to create habits. It takes 30 days to become accustomed to a new paradigm and a new mindset. That's why we do it over 30 days. We could have done this over a week. It wouldn't have been as impactful. You wouldn't have learned as much, and you certainly wouldn't have built any kind of habits. But that's why we did it over 30 days, right? Because it's digestible, bite-sized chunks, right? So when we're talking about your calendar today, and we're talking about your schedule and dedicating enough time to the challenge to be able to move the needle and move your business forward, it only takes about an hour a day, maybe 2 hours, right? And if you're already looking at your schedules like, how am I going to fit 2 hours into your day? Well, you know what? Busy people can always fit more things into your schedule, right? 100%. So we're going to work on that today, okay? And it takes 30 days to break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side, right? It takes 30 days to break on through, right? Because who you are today, the business that you have today, has to change if you expect any kind of different results. And if you want more out of your life and your business than you have right now, well, then those two things have to change. We've talked about that, right? Okay. So let's keep on rocking and rolling. Let's do some wins, and then we can keep on rocking.
So Linda Wynn, she did a live video on Facebook about cash offers yesterday.
Nice, Linda. Nice. Authority. That's authority. Visibility and authority, right? You are sharing your knowledge base to the consumer, and you're being seen doing that. That is visibility and authority. Good job.
Yep. David Wynn.
Actually, Linda, can you share that in the community, please? Can you actually share that into Mega Momentum? We want to see this stuff. Guys, whenever you're creating really good content out there, share it inside the community, get feedback, but also showcase what your abilities are, because there's other people out there that might need a little bit of help, and you might be able to give them a little piece of advice.
David Wynn, ready an offer for a buyer I signed last week.
Man, dude, you're on fire, man. Like, that's good job. Really good job.
Keisha Wynn, closing 2 deals tomorrow. Nice.
Yeah, baby, that's all right.
Linda said, sure, she'll post it in the group. And then Eric asked, morning, guys. How often do you do these challenges? When will the next one be? Thanks.
We haven't even started this one. Okay. The next one starts February 1st. That's when the next one starts. I don't know. My intention is to actually rock this challenge out a couple of times a year, and one in the pre-spring and one in the pre-fall. That's my intention. It's starting to take off. It's starting to do what I wanted to do. So we're probably going to continue doing it. But Yeah, I don't want to say, yeah, we're going to run another one in the fall and then have that all written in stone. So the next one is February 1st. So let's get through this one. Let's make this one incredibly impactful. And then yeah, my intention is to actually do it the pre-hot season for twice a year and turn it into a super conference and keep on rocking this thing around. That's the intention. Good question. All right. All right. So let's hear some more wins, guys. Goals, wins, shout outs, right? Live in the moment, Eric. Right on. Thanks, Chip. All right. And excuse me. Okay. So TimeStealers versus support structure. So here's the thing. Having an outstanding support structure to help guard your time is really, really essential. And if you feel like you're already buried under your schedule, then you really need to take a look at your existing support structure and ask for the support. You cannot see, a lot of people are very giving, right? A lot of people are very prone to self-sacrifice, right? They will give, they will self-sacrifice for other people, for other people's benefit and happiness, you know, and I find, and this isn't sexist in any way, this is actually a very cool thing. Women are very, very, very prone to doing that, to nurture, to give, and to sacrifice their own time, their own well-being, their own health for other people, their families, their friends, and things like that. But at a certain point in time, you need to take a look at your business and say, okay, this business is going to deliver a certain lifestyle. I need to dedicate my time to this business so that I can achieve this lifestyle that will continue to benefit the people around me, myself, my family, my friends, and elevate all of our existence, right? You are not just doing this for yourself. When you are building a business, you're building a lifestyle. When you're building a lifestyle, it has a trickle-down effect to all of the people around you, right? So at a certain point in time, you need to take a look at your business and say, you know what? If I want more out of my business, I want more success out of my business, I need to dedicate my time to it. And you need to be comfortable. You need to feel comfortable enough to ask the people around you to help you guard your time. You have to. You have to. You have no choice. Especially the people that you're giving your time to right now, you need to have the conversation with those people and say, do you know what? It's kind of my turn. I kind of need this right now. I need you to help me with my time so that I can dedicate enough to my business to be able to elevate all of our lifestyles. Does that make sense? Okay, so your support structure is really important. Your time stealers, and we're going to go through this, and we're going to actually, I actually want to hear from you guys. So we're going to talk about this and really bring it out. But time stealers are anything that takes your time away that's unproductive. Anything that is, it could be anything. It could be a family obligation. It could be somebody that wants you to do stuff that you don't really need to do, but you feel obligated to do so. It could be somebody that, you know, the buddy that calls you up and just gabs your ear off for an hour straight talking about nothing, and just to have a friendly conversation. Well, it's wonderful, right? And I'm sure that's very fulfilling for you. But at the end of the day, that's stealing your time. That's an hour that you're not prospecting. That's an hour that you're not building your business. It's an hour that you are not spending on your real estate business, moving your life forward, right? So it's all those things. It's the buddy or the friend that says, hey, let's go to the spa today. And you're like, I've got a full day plan to work on my business on a Saturday afternoon. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And they're like, oh, let's go to the beach. And that's a time stealer, right? There is a certain level of sacrifice that you need to put into your life and into your schedule in order for you to dedicate enough time to your business so that you can start getting the output you're looking for. And if you do, your business will literally deliver the lifestyle that you're looking for, right? It will. 1,000%, I guarantee it. You cannot convince me otherwise, right? Because I've done this so many times. I recently just did it. I'm literally stepping into my dream lifestyle right now, living in the Caribbean, coaching realtors all over the planet and running a virtual team. Okay? You can't convince me otherwise. If you architect the business that delivers the life of your dreams, man, and you put an energy into it every single day, you're good, right? So you need to have a support structure around you to be able to dedicate enough time to your business, and you need to guard your schedule away from the time stealers, right? So I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear, let's talk about the time stealers, because that's a fun one. I want to hear from you guys what kind of time stealers you have in your life. What kind of time stealers do you have in your life right now? Pop it into the chat, into the comments. I want to hear it, okay? What are the time stealers that take your time away from your business and from dedicating your time to your business that you need so that you can move your life forward?
Chip says, I had to tell my partner their request wasn't on my calendar, so when would you like to schedule it? Message received.
You know what, dude? That is our spouses. 1,000% can be the biggest support structure and the biggest time stealers at the same time. Having those honest conversations and requesting that support, that's so essential, guys. So essential. Time stealers. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Alfonso, hi Alfonso, how are you? From Jag Properties says social media.
Social media. Okay, let's unpack that for a second. Okay. Social media, when you're looking at social media from a business perspective, it's a tool. That's it. It's a marketing tool. It's a relationship tool. It's a communication tool. That's it. It's a tool. They have been designed, though, specifically to suck you into the black hole of time. You can sit there on Facebook and scroll and scroll and scroll. Shit, somebody on my team was like, oh yeah, I was lying in bed, watching TikTok videos for 2 hours. I'm like, oh my God, like my brain is literally melting, and social media is designed specifically to do that, to suck you into that black hole of time, because they've been designed as an entertainment system. They've been designed as an entertainment system, just like TV is an entertainment system. And some people sit in front of a TV for 6 hours straight every single day. Other people do the same thing on social media, right? So social media is a double-edged sword. If you are cognizant of how to use social media and use it properly and dedicate your time to social media as a tool, as a business tool, it can be incredibly effective. But you have to be so careful because, for example, I posted Kim Connolly's welcome aboard post this morning. She joined my organization, right? So, hey, welcome aboard, Kim Connolly, blah, blah, blah. I did the post and yada, blasted it out there on a couple of different platforms. And then I saw something and I started doing this. And my face started melting and I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing? Shake my head. And then I'm like, no, that's stupid. That's time. That's taking my time away, right? And it took me about 10 seconds to realize, wait a second, I just started scrolling. Okay, so you have to be very, very careful when you're dealing with social media. It's a very effective tool, but at the same time, it can suck your day away. Designed specifically to do it. Very fun.
Keisha says, kid and running errands that has nothing to do with my business.
Okay. Absolutely. That is definitely a time stealer, 1,000%. And the hardest time stealer, guys, is the stuff that you have an obligation to, right? And it's not like, oh, it's a burden obligation. It's like you have kids. It's one of those pleasant, wonderful, amazing obligations that you have in your life, right? You have a family, that's wonderful. You got to do what you got to do, right? Your mom, you're a dad, right? You've got to do what you got to do. You're an aunt, uncle, grandma, whatever. You've got to do what you got to do. But at the same time, it will not move your business forward at all, okay? And running errands, running around, doing all the things that we have to do got to get groceries, got to get gas, I got to pick up the dry cleaning, I got to do this, got to do that. All the got to do's, man, they just drain your schedule.
No, sorry, I'm laughing because isn't your son part of your organization now?
Hey. Yeah, my son's 18 years old and he's actually getting a real estate license and he joined my team as an ISA, so he's grinding out phone calls right now, right? So
he is moving your business forward.
Well, that's the thing. He's synergized, right? It's like you turn a family obligation into, moving your business forward, right? It's all strategic. No, not really. No, I'm a big fan of people making up their own minds, right? And for the longest time, he wanted to be a chef and a video editor and all kinds of things. And then, his whole family's in real estate. He's like, one, I like money. Two, I'm good with people. And my whole family's in real estate. I'd be stupid not to go down this path, at the very least for a little while, right? So yeah, he's definitely part of the organization for sure. All right, so yeah, kids running around, errands running, nothing to do with your business, 100%. Time stealer, for sure.
Chasing multiple goals at once, prioritizing opportunities.
Yeah, you know what? The bright shiny object trap, right? That is 1,000% a time stealer that I fell into. I've fallen into that. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a serial entrepreneur. Like, whoa, what was that? That was an opportunity. Oh, that was interesting. And now I'm totally distracted away from the thing that is actually making me money right now, right? So yeah, it's very, very easy for you to, oh, that's a new piece of tech, or oh, TikTok seems to be taking off, so I'm going to do that, or what's the other one? Clubhouse. Oh yeah, oh, everybody's talking about Clubhouse, and now you spend 4 or 6 hours on Clubhouse listening to these people talk to each other, and that's wonderful, and I'm sure you can learn a lot, but that's not making your phone calls, right? Sorry, that's not making your calls, right? That's not moving your business forward. That's not talking to customers. That's not signing a buyer contract or a new listing, right? That is not building your team, right? All those things are not happening when you're sitting there on Clubhouse for 6 hours listening to some guru that has already made their effing millions, right? That's a time stealer. And education, I'm a big fan of education, guys. Like, absorb, outlearn your competition, 1,000%. You're actually in the challenge to do that, right? But at the end of the day, you can be a professional student and still not take any action steps to move your business forward, right?
Chip goes the opposite direction. Opposite of time stealers, time savers, doing treadmill while watching MMC.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's and that's actually part of your support structure. Using your time strategically, right? So instead of doing your cardio and go to the gym, go to the cardio, dressing up and getting ready and blah blah blah, going to the gym and then doing cardio and then coming home and doing this and that and the other, sitting there and watching MMC while you're on the treadmill. Multitasking, right? So there's so many different ways that you can actually multitask to be able to save time. 100%. What Keisha said. Yes.
Trisha.
Good morning, Trisha. Good morning, Trisha. Good morning. All right. We got a bunch of your folks actually that just signed up. So they're very, very welcome. Very welcome. So you know what? Time stealers. Let's hear. Do you have any more? You guys have any more time stealers? Right. This is family, friends, obligations. This is, who here has a job, right? A ton of you are going to have a job. The majority of realtors that are out there right now, they're not making enough money off their business yet in order for them to work full-time real estate and to be secure in that career. So most of y'all are going to have a job, right? A lot of you are going to have a job. And that is 1,000% one of the biggest time stealers. 1,000%. It's an obligation. You got to put food on the table. I'm a big fan of food and shelter, guys. Right. So if your real estate business isn't making enough money, it's all well and good for me to say, yeah, go out there and make 10 phone calls and go out there and grind out your business until it starts feeding you. But you still have to put food on the table and you still got to pay your mortgage, right? And at the end of the day, take care of your family, take care of your obligations financially, and work your business at the same time so that you can evolve into a full-time real estate career, right? But again, that can be a big time stealer, right? 1,000%. I actually love helping people transition to full-time real estate. It's actually not that difficult to do, and the challenge is specifically designed to help people do exactly that. But if you've got financial obligations, you got work, right? A bunch of you are going to have a job, right? That's a big time stealer, 100%. Okay, so we talked about a whole bunch of time stealers, friends, family, obligations, work, entertainment, sinking into the social media black hole. That's all that, those are time stealers. Now, let's list all the support structures that we have. What kind of support structures do you have or have you implemented in your life to be able to guard your time away from the time stealers, get the support you need to create more time, right? So that you can dedicate more time to your business. Let's hear that. What you got?
I want to put it out there for me. COVID put a bit of a damper on getting support structure because with the twins turned 2 in just over a month, and when the pandemic hit, daycares shut down completely, and now we're into our second lockdown here, and with my wife who also works at the hospital and our kids being they were premature babies, putting them into daycare right now is not really feasible.
Yeah.
So I'm not able to do that, so I'm with them full time during the day.
Yeah, and if you're in a lockdown zone like Phil is, bringing a babysitter in and all that kind of stuff is going to be very difficult, right?
It's
So
illegal.
yeah, it's illegal. So yeah, okay. So, but you do have family that's close by that are within your bubble that you might be able to get them to help you with some time, right?
Oh yeah. If it comes down to it, where I have to go out and do a buyer tour, yeah, I can get someone here too.
Yep. All right, so let's talk about that. Listing off all the support structures. So I'm not actually seeing a lot of comments out there. So it looks like a lot of people are actually struggling with being able to have support structure around them to be able to dedicate enough time to the business. So let's talk about that for a second, okay? So your biggest support structure, the biggest time stealer, is also your biggest support structure. It's your family. Your family and your friends have the biggest vested interest in your success. So you do need to have a conversation. If you do have friends and family around you right now, you do have to have a conversation with them, because right now you're giving your time and energy to those people. Those people also need to support you, give you time and energy so that you can dedicate enough time to your business. Okay, they're also going to get the direct result from that time of you spending on your business, of the extra deals that you're going to do, the business that you build that gives you the cash flow and the free time that you're looking for, right? So they have the biggest vested interest. The problem that a lot of people have is asking, to be honest with you, right? Again, a lot of people are very, very self-sacrificing, right? And you have a pattern at home right now. If you are in a husband-wife situation, you've got kids and obligations, and you've got your role, and he or she has their role, it's difficult to break a pattern. It's difficult to break a paradigm. But if you want to make change in your life, that's where it starts. That's where it starts. You need to break that pattern. You need to ask for the support. You need to ask for extra support, right? And the way I recommend that you do it is sales. It's all in sales. You talk about benefits, right? You talk about all the benefits. Okay, so we talked about going on vacation, but you know what? It's getting a little tight with COVID and this and that, and we might not be able to go. So, how about we talk about, putting in a pool into the backyard or something like that, but we'll need a little extra money. And I think that I can help us make that money, but I need a little extra time, right? So these are just talk about the benefits and the direct benefits to them, the family, the lifestyle that you guys share together. Talk about the benefits and then ask for the extra support so that you can help support those goals, right? So just don't be afraid of actually having that conversation, because your spouse, your family, they're the ones that get that direct benefit from the extra effort that you're putting in. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah, Wayne said, yeah, accountability partner has helped a lot, as well as time blocking.
Absolutely. Accountability buddies are just, they're gold, man. They're worth their weight in gold. If you don't have one right now, like the whole community is going to be your accountability buddy, right? Just put your stuff out there, put your goals out there. That's one of the exercises. The very first day, we're actually going to be breaking down our goals for the 30-day challenge. And you're going to be posting that inside the challenge so that we can all share and we can support each other and make it publicly accountable. But having an accountability buddy that you can call, you can pick up the phone and say, you know what, I'm sitting on the couch right now and I really don't want to get up, right? You need somebody that's going to kick your ass, right? You need somebody that's not going to help you hit your goal. You're already behind on making your phone calls and you're now sitting on the couch. Like, get the hell off the couch, dude, right? You need somebody to help you do that. If you need that, I'll be that for you, or Phil will be that for you, or anybody in the community will be that for you. That's what it's kind of designed to do. But having an accountability buddy, that is definitely a huge support structure. It's almost like It's almost like AA for laziness and not hitting your goals, and AA for mediocrity, right? That's kind of what you need. Hi, my name is Dustin, and I'm a little mediocre today. That's kind of where you got to be, and you need somebody to be able to say, you know what, I hear you, Dustin, but get your ass off the couch.
Well, the nice thing about the community, we've got 200 realtors that all have different experiences. So you have a challenge, or I remember back in the first challenge, one of our members had posted he was really struggling with dealing with family and real estate and trying to get everything to work. And he posted in the community, and so many people reached out and offered advice, suggestions, support. So yeah, we are all there to make sure you are on the right track and to get you where you want to be.
That's exactly right. Exactly right. Love it. And time blocking, yeah, your calendar is your best friend. 1,000%, your calendar is your best friend. If you are not building a business plan every single week, putting that into your calendar, and having all the right elements in there, and we'll actually teach you that. We've actually go through time blocking exercises, and there's actually a couple of workshops with guest speakers that talk about life planning and time blocking and focused effort and focused time. That's all really important stuff, right? But we actually teach a time blocking exercise to turn your calendar into a business plan every week with all 5 of the most important elements that you need in your calendar every week in order for you to move your business forward. So we talk about that really, really early in the challenge so that you can actually learn how to do that and implement that into your calendar and into your life every single week. Time blocking, 1,000%. Your calendar is your best friend.
Jupiter says spouse.
So which one is that? Time stealer or or the support structure? I know Chip is, you got a great spouse and very, very supportive. So that's amazing. And yeah, it can be definitely a time stealer, but it's also your biggest support structure. So that's really cool. All right, so I'm going to ask you guys a question. What are you going to do when you have life happen during the challenge? Over the next 30 days, both. Chip says both. So over the next 30 days, we're starting on Monday, okay? Over the next 30 days, life is going to happen. Guaranteed, right? You're alive, it's going to happen, right? Life's going to happen. You're going to have distractions. You're going to have something that is going to try to take your energy away from your business, right? Take time away from doing the challenge, moving your business forward, educating yourself, growing with a community of people that care about you, that want to see you successful. You're going to have things happen. Time stealers, circumstances, all kinds of different things. What are you going to do when that happens? It's not just good enough to know that you have time stealers, and it's not just good enough to understand that you have a support structure and that you need that around you. You need to have a plan in place. You need to know exactly what you're going to do if and when this actually happens in your life. Okay? For example, your business can also be a time stealer. If you have a client, anybody ever have one of these clients that just suck you dry in your calendar? Oh my God, they'll sit on the phone with you for 2 hours straight asking you questions. They just want to chat. They just want their hand held every single moment of the day. They'll text you 40 times a day, right? And they'll not pull the trigger. Ever have one of those? That's a time stealer. 1,000%, right? And it's the worst kind because it's the illusion of making money. It's the illusion I'm moving my business forward. It's the illusion of, oh, I can make a paycheck if I'm just patient, right? That's a time stealer. So guys, what are you going to do when you encounter a time stealer? Okay, because it's going to happen. You need to be cognizant of that. You need to have a plan in place, right? So for example, I'm taking the challenge over the next 30 days. I've dedicated my calendar. I've built my calendar out, okay? All I had to do was put together a couple of different things in my calendar to make sure that I could dedicate a couple of hours a day to the Mega Momentum Challenge to move my business forward, okay? And then my spouse comes up and says, you know what? I need help. I got this meeting that I got to prepare for. Can you take the kids for an extra 4 hours today because of X? And you now have this obligation potential. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to say, okay, I'll sacrifice my business because you asked me to, okay? Or are you going to get the babysitter? Or are you going to call grandpa? Or are you going to call your friend or the cousin that you said, you know what, I might need a little extra support during this 30-day challenge to move my business forward. Can I call you if I need a sitter or somebody to help me, right? What are you going to do when life happens? Okay? This is a skill, guys. This is a skill. Because this 30-day challenge is really just setting you up to have a habit and have a skill set so that you can dedicate enough time for the next 6 months into your real estate business so that your business actually grows and turns into the thing that outputs the lifestyle that you're looking for, right?
OMG, I have that person emailing me right now.
Yep, 100%. We'll talk about that a little bit more during the challenge as well, how to guard your time with your clients and set the right kind of expectations with your people right at the beginning of the relationship on the hours that you work and how you work it. Just ask David. Like part of the Schedule A that I put into a buyer rep agreement is all about outlining, the expectations of what they can expect from me and what I expect from them. And I tell them my hours of operation, and I also tell them that I'm available, but I'm not instantly available all day long because I dedicate enough time to my clients to make sure that I can help them find a house at the right place or sell their house at the top dollar. And that doesn't mean that I pick up the phone every single time they text me, right? So I set those expectations right at the beginning of that professional schedule so I can manage my time properly, right?
Chip says, learn to shift time if necessary. Protect your schedule. Is request not urgent.
Yeah. It's there's a quadrant. We can actually go through the quadrant. There's a quadrant on time management, and a lot of times we spend 90% of our time in the quadrant that is the fire, right? Putting out fires and understand. But the thing is that most of those things that are in that quadrant that you think are in that quadrant are actually not fires. Right. So, for example, if I got a client that says, ask me a question at 10 o'clock at night, that's not a fire. I've never lost a client by not answering them at 10 o'clock at night and answering them first thing in the morning. I've never lost a client. I've done thousands and thousands and thousands of transactions. I've never lost a client by not answering like a Pop-Tart agent at 11 o'clock at night just because they text me and ask me a question. I've never lost a client that way, right? So that's not a fire. But a lot of agents will respond and say, "Oh, I believe in customer service, and I need to be responsive, and you can call me 24/7." Your whole fucking life's a fire. Like, no, say no. That doesn't make sense, right? This is you setting yourself up for failure and setting yourself up to be your own biggest time stealer, and that can be true. That is true, and that happens, right? 100%. So learning to shift your mindset from what is important and urgent to what is something that you can schedule later, you can follow up tomorrow, or you can batch together into tasks. These are all just different skill sets that we teach you during the challenge so that you can batch out your entire business. So you become efficient. So you look at your business like an assembly line, right? Does that make sense? It's all about lean manufacturing. And right now you're manufacturing transactions, and you have to be lean and sharp and fast, and you need to be very, very cost effective in your time and the money that you spend. We talk about that a lot during the challenge. Okay, so what are you going to do when you encounter a time stealer? I want you guys to think about it. I put a worksheet in the Mega Momentum in Real Estate Facebook group. Okay, so those worksheets there, just fill it out. Okay, build a calendar to be able to dedicate enough time to the Mega Momentum Challenge. You're going to need about an hour a day, okay? Maybe a little bit more, okay? You're gonna need that. But guys, if you are not busy with real estate in 40 hours a week, then you've got enough time to dedicate 2 hours to educating yourself and building skill, okay? Yes. Guilty of what? Everything's a fire? Yeah, we talk team, right? You're building a team, so man, I'll help you with that. I'll help you with the systems and approach to be able to look at your team like an assembly line, like a manufacturing plant, okay? And lean manufacturing is critical. I'll actually share a couple of books that I think that you'll really love. It'll change your paradigm on exactly how you approach the energies inside of your systems in your business to be able to output efficient dollars, okay? And supply a lot of value to your team so that you can do that. Yeah, so back to the workshop. So basically, guys, what I want you to do, is I want you to go into the Mega Momentum Challenge in Mega Momentum Real Estate Facebook group, download that, print it off, build your calendar so that you can dedicate a couple of hours a day to the Mega Momentum Challenge. because it's worth it. You need to do that anyways if you're going to make this super effective, and you need to learn that skill set and be able to build that skill set into your life to be able to rock out your business anyways, okay? Make a list of all your time stealers and make a list of all your support structures and put a plan in place for when the time stealers, those fires, those obligations happen in your life, because it's going to. It's going to. Okay? You cannot avoid it. It's going to happen. You have to be proactively planning to be able to, deal with that as it comes.
Jim says, find a workaround, think fast.
Think fast. Yeah. Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee, baby.
Anonymous Facebook user was talking about that. For the challenge, yes, we do have the 45-minute call in the morning. We do have the guest speaker videos in the evening, which range between half an hour to an hour, and then 1 hour to do the assignments and homework stuff that we assign each day.
Yep. Yeah, and for those of you who are already really busy, it's going to take a little sacrifice. You might have to get up a little earlier. You might have to work a little later, right? And I've seen so many people like Kim, like she did that. My God, she's like a busy realtor. She's insane, right? She's already super busy. She got up extra early, and she would stay up late and may not be able to watch all the workshops when we actually launch them out, but she watched them later, right? So it's really just juggle your schedule as you need to. And Keisha actually mentioned, let's finish the call with this. Okay. Telling clients that I'm available whenever they need me. Okay. That is one of the biggest traps that you can fall into in your real estate business. I'm available 24/7. You call me at 1 o'clock in the morning, I am there. It's a misnomer. Do you know what it is, where it comes from? It comes from, and to be honest with you, and no offense to anybody, but this comes from a lack of self-worth as a realtor, okay? And there's Phil, stop effing about. There we go. It comes from a lack of self-worth as a professional, okay? And it's easy to fall into that. It's easy for you to look at the value that you deliver to your clients and base it on the sacrifice that you're willing to give to them, right? So instead, maybe change your paradigm to, I'm an experienced realtor. I am incredibly dedicated. I am talented, and I will help you hit your goals. I run my business like a professional so that I can manage the most effective results and deliver a high impact and high value experience to my clients. But in order for me to do that, I need to manage my time. If you are burnt out, if you are, let me change tack a little bit, okay? So coming from the perspective of managing your calendar and managing expectations of your client from a professional experience perspective, it delivers an amazing experience to your clients, okay? If you are the Pop-Tart agent, if you are, I am available 24/7 kind of mentality, it comes from a place of, and a lot of new agents do this because they feel like that's the value that they offer people. That's the only value they offer people, or they have to offer that value for people to respect them as a professional and feel like they're receiving something. And it's not true, right? It actually is the opposite. It actually hurts you. It really, really hurts you. When you are available 24/7, they start losing respect for your time. Does that make sense? If you've ever had this client where they call you all the time and they start getting pissed off because you're not answering, that is meaning that you have set the expectation with your client that you're available 24/7, and that their time is more important than yours. Okay. I give the advice to people all the time that when you have your kid's birthday, you have an appointment. You don't ever say to somebody, no, I can't show you that home at 4 o'clock on Friday because my kid's birthday is 4 o'clock on Friday. They won't respect that, but they will respect the fact that you have another appointment. Okay. So you need to approach your business like a professional. Think about a lawyer or a doctor or an accountant. You have set hours and you dedicate your time to your clients during those hours. Okay, so here's one of the things that I do when I set expectations in a buyer contract. I work from 9 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock at night. I don't work past 8 o'clock at night. Okay, so if you call me, if you email me, if you text me after 8 o'clock at night, I will get back to you first thing in the morning. However, one caveat to that is this: if we're in a multiple offer situation and the other realtor does not respect their time and their client's time, and they take offers at 11 o'clock at night, I will take the time to take care of you, right? I will not let you down. I will dedicate my time to take care of you. But for everything else, I don't work past 8 o'clock at night. And but here's the thing. Do you work past 8 o'clock at night? Yes, you do. But you set the expectation that you don't. So that when something comes up, like 10 after 8, and somebody says, hey, listen, I saw this property. Can we book this tomorrow so we can go see it? And you text them back and said, I know that I told you that I don't work past 8 o'clock at night, but I know this is important to you, so sure, I'll book this for you tomorrow. Be like, oh my God, thank you so much. Now you're a hero. Now you're a hero. As opposed to somebody that is available 24/7 anytime at your buyer's whim. It's all about setting yourself up for success so that your clients will actually respect your time. Does that make sense? Okay. So you can still dedicate, you can still over deliver, you can go the extra mile, but man, your clients better know that you're doing it. And if you don't set the expectations at the beginning of that relationship, they'll never know. And if they don't know, they're going to walk all over your ass.
Teacher says, it's so true. I love the way you explain that.
Yeah. Right. So it's always an appointment, right? Whether it's another client, a friend, or even if you've booked off time so that you can go to the gym or read and relax your brain for a minute, I have an appointment. Okay. It's never, because their time, everybody's egocentric. Your clients especially, they're egocentric. Their time is more important than yours. Everybody's is. Like, my time is more important, right? Because it's the most important thing to you, right? So what you need, what you want, especially in today's world where everything is like instant, you need to be proactive about setting expectations for your clients. Make sense? Right? Because they can be your biggest time stealer. And it's a trap. It's a trap because they're a potential paycheck, right?
Wayne says, I have an appointment all the time. Great. I just want to say also, Wayne's on the West Coast, so he starts the call at 6 o'clock in the morning, jumping on this live call.
That's right. Talk about sacrifice, right? Make the sacrifice and make it happen. Absolutely, 100%. All right, so guys, that's the call for today. Time stealers, support structures. What are you going to do when you encounter a time stealer? What are the proactive steps you're going to take? Dedicating enough time to your calendar to take the challenge. You need a couple of hours a day. All right, it's worth it, 1,000%. All right, 1,000%, it's worth it. Yeah, we're gonna unpack a lot more time blocking. Talk about lean manufacturing in your calendar, in your schedule, so that you can actually batch your tasks out properly to have really intense focused work, high impact value out of the dime that you do spend in your job every single day. And yeah, that's good. We're going to rock and roll. And tomorrow is the last pre-week blast-off call before we actually officially start on Monday. Monday, we are going to get into your goals and dreams and all that kind of good stuff. We're going to talk about that on Monday, and we're gonna set some goals for the next 30 days. We're going to achieve some serious stuff in your business.
Yeah, and the guest speaker videos start Monday, which I was doing the calendar last night. Every single night of this challenge, there is something to learn, something to listen to. I can't believe the last week and a half I've been videotaping all this stuff, and I still got a couple more to do, but the amount of content that's coming, you're not going to want to miss any of it. And especially yesterday, I was talking with George Cuevas, who is a professional videographer, who did a whole workshop on how to properly do videos for marketing for real estate. It was really cool. And he actually gave us an ebook to give to everyone else, to everyone as well.
Absolutely. Oh, last little pro tip, Keisha. You're building a team, right? So you have to guard your team's time, right? So just remember that everything that you do, your team is going to do. Like, they will do only half of the good things and twice of the bad things. So you really need to lead by example, or else you're going to be setting yourself up for some hardship and pain later on. Okay, so we'll talk about that later. All right.
Quick question from somebody: what's the difference between the gold and platinum content?
Okay, super quick. So the gold upgrade is giving you access to 5 different tools. You've got the leaderboard. You've got recognition. So the leaderboard is a gamification system where it's a point system that allows you to, the more points you get, the more you're actually moving your business forward. It's public accountability. You've got the recognition system. All the workshops, so all the old workshops that we did in the last challenge, everybody's getting that, okay, across the board. But if you want the new workshops, like for example, the keynote interview that I did with Brent Gove, that's launching on Monday, if you want that, plus 20 plus guest speakers, high value content, you need to upgrade to gold, okay? The second upgrade is platinum, and that is all the breakout sessions. For example, you know, the course that I teach, I usually charge $2,000 to teach people how to build a virtual team. That course is being unpacked along with 4 other major courses. That's in the executive breakout sessions. That's the second upgrade for the platinum.
And for our American friends, our prices are in Canadian dollars, so you're getting a bit of a discount there.
Yeah, it's only like $5 for you guys. Like, so it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. No, it's $97 Canadian, which means I think somebody broke it down. I think it's like if you do both upgrades, it's like $140 or something like that US. All right, so it's definitely worth it, guys. It's high value content. It's tens of thousands of dollars of stuff, and it's definitely worth it. Go to megamomentumchallenge.com/upgrade, and all you have to do is upgrade so you can get that content. Okay, guys, I got to rock. Good chatting with you guys today. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow on the last pre-week blast-off call. Looking forward to Monday. This is going to be a fun challenge, guys. Ciao for now.
Have a wonderful day, everyone.